Welcome to Lawfolds Farm, episode 11, with me, Mr. Searly P. First, an apology. I said I was doing field 29. It's not field 28. I realised, not much of an apology, let's be honest, but you know, it is field 28, not field 29. Field 27 is the one directly away from us. This is field 28. 29's to the right, then it follows it around 30, 31. So yes, my mistake. And the more eagle-eyed aficionados of headers may have noticed that header I have on there is slightly wider than the one I had on at the end of the last episode. And you would also be correct on that front as well, because I changed it. I got rid of the Diamond HS8 and I've got the Diamond HS12. It was just too narrow. It was taking forever to do this field. So I've got a slightly wider header and I'm cracking on. I've set a worker. Hopefully the worker will be able to finish off what's left on here. I think I've done 3 loads into the trailer down there. And thinking that I might need to move that trailer because it's going to be in the way of turning around. Which leads me on to my my next thing. I kind of do clearing up a few things at the start of an episode. So next thing then. It was brought to my attention on the comments because I'd mentioned about the worker not cultivating and doing what it should be doing. Stefan messaged and said he'd been having problems, same thing. He'd cultivated or fertilised and then it wouldn't cultivate and the worker wouldn't work on certain stages. Now, I've got my settings at the moment on, where are we? Periodic ploughing is off. Fertiliser states are on 3. Now he said that even though you've got periodic ploughing turned off, the worker will only work properly on his if you plough the field, which is a bit odd. So I thought, you know what, let's bite the bullet, even though I don't need to. So I've gone with the Jimper. I do like this mod pack. I do like the Jimper ploughs. I've said it before. I used these firstly, I think, on Goldcrest Valley, then on Chellington I used it before when I had all my issues on the first couple of episodes. Then I turned ploughing off and didn't bother using them after that, but I did on Goldcrest Valley, did a little bit on Chellington, going to use them on here. I like the Jimper ploughs, the ones that trail behind in a thin line and they're fiddly to move and turn around, and if you set a worker they leave triangles at the end of the fields, and these don't. It's kind of it's a square plough, it's wide, it's a very deep chisel plough with this kind of rotavator kind of thing on the back that's supposed to kind of flatten and level off what's been done, but it does the same as the ploughing. I like these, so I've bought one. This one's 30,000. It's not the biggest one. The biggest one requires 300 and something horsepower. This one only requires 275, so I can put it with what I've got. So, without further ado, I'm going to stick it on the back of the... Oh, yeah, which one is it? Oh, trust my mind's gone blank. The Jimper SJ9SR, I think it is. Yeah, so that's the one I'm using. I'll jump in here. What I'll start off with is with field 31. Then I'll go over and do 30. By then I should have finished 28. That is the only downside to it. You have to be incredibly careful you don't catch things in the way, because it doesn't actually go very high. You can't adjust the height of it on the back. Doesn't matter which buttons you press on the PlayStation. There's no way of raising or lowering it any higher on 3-point on the back, but that's fine. So it should do the same job. Well, it does do the same job, so it should do. I've used them before. I know it does. So I'm not creating fields, just lowering it in. The weird thing, it says cultivator, but it is a plough, so I don't know why it says cultivator. And I will go through and plough. Like I say, the problem is with it, it's not very wide, but then I think it's not far off some of the widest ploughs you can get in-game anyway. So, actually, what I will do, I'm going to hire a worker. It would go that way, wouldn't it? Of course it would. Why? You know, it's not going to go the way I need it to, is it? That'd be ridiculous. Right, I'll leave the worker chugging away on that and see how it gets on, and then I'll just tidy up any straggly bits it leaves. So I look on the map now, it should if I'm lucky, go to growth. Where are we? Soil composition. No, it's not showing any more on there. Where are we? 31. It's going across. That's weird. What's it doing then? Oh, there you go. It's going across there. So it's showing ploughed now. So cultivated and it's showing ploughed, which is annoying because that means I'm going to have to cultivate it again afterwards. I am, aren't I? Depending on what crop I'm going to... That's so annoying. I've done it the wrong way around. Doesn't matter. It's because I didn't realise I was going to have to do it. But if I can't set a worker, I'm going to have to plough it anyway. It's going to have to be done that way. So, there you go. That's going to carry on, hopefully, doing that. It doesn't get caught up on fences and hedges and other things, which it might well do. And we'll plug away. Yeah, it's going to do it at funny angles, isn't it? Never mind, it doesn't matter. It's because the fields are all at a funny angle on this map. Ploughing is continuing over here on 31. Now I'm going to try and set a worker on one of these because it has been. They are both cultivated and see if it'll work. Unfortunately, though, I don't think they've got any. Soil composition is nothing, so they're going to need everything doing to them. But they're relatively square, which is nice. These ones are at a funny angle, whereas that one especially goes straight across side to side. So that should make using that one pretty straightforward. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to do some of that. I'll just finish off here. And that'll be all the corn done. There's a fair bit in that trailer, actually, to be honest. So I'll see what I've got. I might put I might even put all of it in storage. The pigs are going to need it, but if I've got way too much, stupid amounts, I might sell a little bit of it. I don't know. So like I said, today's episode is going to be a bit of field work in here, I think, we're going to need to do. On one of the fields, all of the fields, some of the fields, I don't know. I think while ploughing's continuing, I might set a worker on this field to plough that I'm on now, and then go over there and have a look at 26 and 27, and maybe get some seed in one of them. I'm going to put some soybean in, because I haven't got any soybean, so I think I'm going to put some soybean, not soya bean. Some soybean into the ground, I think. Right, that's that done. Let's fold that header up. Now you'll notice, because it is a larger header, it does bring the front down quite low, so even folded away, that header is incredibly close to the ground. What I can do though is fold the combine, which rocks it. Well, actually rocks it forward, doesn't it, not back? Oh yeah, I'll leave it open to rock it back so it doesn't catch on the ground. I'll dump off the header and then I can close it up. That's probably the best bet. Yeah, because of the way these fields go, I'm having to plough at an angle. It's a bit odd, but it's fine. It's doing what it should be. Right, okay, so part this up, drop off the header. Will I get under here with it open? Not sure. Should do. Just, phew, that was close. Stick this at the back and then part this up. So, touch the header, there we go, that's better. And then we'll do our usual, as soon as I close this up, fold combine, it leans forward on the suspension. Very peculiar, don't know why it does that. Actually, you know what, I'll just leave it in forwards. Might as well. And now I can concentrate on another field. I might grab the JCB, grab a seeder, make sure it's all full. The other thing's going to be obviously buying bigger seeders. That's going to be the next thing to do. My money is dwindling, so I'm going to have to do a few jobs, whether it's contracting or more wood chipping. I do need to do some more jobs because I'm going to need the money, especially if I'm going to improve my seeders. Actually, we'll just check because I can't remember what I've got actually. What seeders do we own? Seems like ages ago I did the map tour. Okay, Cavernland, we've got the Optima. What does that do? Okay, sunflower, soybean, corn and sugar beet. And then the Vedestat Rapid. Oh, that's not too bad though. What's that? 6 metre. And that's only a 4.5. Yeah, so soybean I can do with this one. And is it just a seed or is it seed and fertiliser as well? Just a seeder. That'd be right to start off with. Get the seed in the ground, then go over with the fertiliser. We've got the Braydale, plus we've got the Amazon. So we've got 2 different options for spreading. That will do 24 metres, that does 15. So in all honesty, better off using the Braydale, I think. I might sell this. I don't need both, do I really? If I just use one, the solid fertiliser rather than the spray, I could get rid of that and just keep that. I'll have a think. Where am I going now? That was it, JCB. Right, I think JCB is going to be the best bet, I think. What I'll do with the JCB is I'll bring the corn in off the field first. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do seeder-wise. The Vedestat Rapid, I think. But I was hoping I had something that... Also, I go over it. Yeah, I'm going to see. I think I'll fertilise it first. Fertilise it, then seed it, and then weed it in the first state. And I'll do a few different bits and bobs. I think it's the best bet. Make it a bit more interesting. Sorry, getting in the way of the worker. This is going to be interesting. That was pretty good timing, wasn't it? I couldn't have known that was going to happen. Right, it's good to carry on. Right, just in case any of you comment or ask what that beeping was, it wasn't one of the tractors. It was actually a lorry outside my house. In case you're wondering, wow, how did he get that beeping sound? It wasn't on here. I must admit, I was looking at the screen thinking, that's weird. None of these vehicles are reversing. Why is there a beeping? It wasn't on here. So, let's just see how much we've got in this trailer. Probably not the best angle to hook up, but 38,964 litres. That should keep me going for the pigs for a little while, I think. Now, I'm going to take this down, I'm going to give some to the pigs, then put the rest in storage, because I do need to fill up what the pigs have got. While I'm doing that, I'm going to have a rant, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're going to have to sit and listen to this, but I'm going to have a rant. Have you ever had one of those days where you've come so close to something great and then realised just quite how far away you are? Today's one of those days. If some of you remember, if you've been watching my videos for a while now, that when I did, well, that's rocking, I did my first look at Colborough Park Farm when that map was released by Bullet Bill 83, and I did my first look, and you know what, I just loved it, absolutely loved that map. And I did also then say, a couple of days later, that Bullet Bill, the map maker, had messaged, put a comment on my on the video to say how much he'd liked it and all the rest of it. Wonderful. Then, while I was on Chellington, I had that big dilemma again. If you remember, if you watched those videos, about what map to do next, and I was going to do a second map, and I couldn't decide what map to do. I was going to do Colborough Park Farm. That was it. Colborough Park Farm. That's what I'm doing, because that's the map I wanted to do. Well, at the end of one of my episodes, when I did decide to do another map, I did say I'd come to a decision, and I decided against doing Colborough Park Farm only because there were a few people already doing it. Daggerwin and a few others had decided that day, and people were already posting, and I honestly thought there were a lot of people doing that video already, and I probably wasn't going to get many views. Let's be honest, I'm a small fish in a big pond, you know. So I decided to go for Lawfolds, not Colborough Park Farm, against my kind of my own feeling, I guess. I wanted to do Colborough Park Farm. I really like that map. Don't get me wrong, I like Lawfolds. I like it a lot. Really, really good map, but I really, really want to do Colborough Park Farm. And I chose not to. So, this is going somewhere, don't worry. Bear with me. So today, looking through my YouTube, sort of people I subscribe to and who's posted that kind of thing. Callum Throw, who I follow, good YouTuber, absolutely fantastic, posted today great news on his channel, absolutely over the moon, and quite rightly. He does PS4 as well, which, you know, fantastic. What it actually transpired was that Bullet Bill was looking to do a collaboration. Now, he'd done a collaboration already with Daggerwin on FS15 on Colbert Park 15, and they kind of got together, and you know, Daggerwin would do stuff to do with Bullet Bill's mods and things like that. Unbeknown, obviously, you know, to anybody, what Bullet Bill was doing was watching video clips, watching people's, you know, let's plays and stuff, and what he was trying to do was decide who he would kind of choose to represent him, his mods, his map on PS4 and Xbox. And Callum Throw had posted today to say that Bullet Bill messaged him, direct messaged him, they'd had a conversation, and he wants Callum Throw to be his representative on PS4. You know, it's really, really, you know, don't get me wrong, it probably wouldn't have been me, let's be honest, it probably wouldn't have been me, but I would have been in with a shout. I've made that choice, that decision, not to do Colbert Park Farm when my gut was telling me do it. I did Lawfolds, and I'm doing Lawfolds, and like I said, I love the map. I'm loving doing it, I'm loving the Let's Play. Had I done Colbert Park Farm, I would have been in with a shout. The fact he'd already messaged me to say how much he'd enjoyed my Let's Play, first look, meant it kind of was already aware that I was out there. And it's that kind of, that cusp. I was so close. Had I just gone with my gut and said, you know what, I'm going to do Colbert Park Farm. It could be me now, sitting here with a big smile on my face, so happy that I'm collaborating with the map maker, getting advance warning on his mods that are coming out and the inside scoop on, you know. I'm gutted. I couldn't, honestly, I'm so gutted. Couldn't be more made up for Callum Throw. I mean, let's be honest, you know, if you're a YouTuber, that's massive. It's huge, you know. And he makes great videos. He really, don't get me wrong, you know. It's not jealousy, not in the slightest. I'm just gutted. I really am. You know, it's that kind of came so close yet so far. Oh, I've already got seed in this, haven't I? Right, what I'm going to go with was, what did I say I was going to put in this? Select seed. I was going to do soybean. Okay, yeah, so, I don't know. It's terrible, isn't it? Yeah. Just a little bit deflated, you know, it's on the cusp of greatness. One of them things. Anyway, rant over. I mean, it's not a rant, it was just a kind of, you know, needed to be said, I think. Right. Oh, I've done the wrong thing again. See, I'm so busy ranting, I forgot what I was going to do. Right, put this away. Hang on 1 second. Right, I will regather myself. I will be famous one day. Honest. It's ridiculous. It's not about fame. I don't do this to be famous. God, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's not that at all. I love playing the game. I love YouTubing. I love doing the videos. I love the whole concept of. I need to move that, don't I? Of creating something, you know, like mini movies, and they are, you know, you have to think about your camera angles and how you're going to record stuff and what you're going to say and what mods you're going to use and how you're going to make it different, and I love all of that. I'm really, really enjoying doing it, you know, and it's that kind of people that do things fame for fame's sake, they're doing it for the wrong reason. If you do something and you get recognised for doing it, that's brilliant. That's a great thing. That's the kind of byproduct. You've got to do the thing first, haven't you? So when people turn around and say, oh, I want to be famous. For doing what? I don't care. Well, then what's the point, you know? Do something. If becoming famous or people noticing you or, you know, people that become Olympic athletes or wealthy for doing something, you know, do the thing first. Do the thing first. Be good at that. If you get noticed, you get noticed. If you don't, just be happy in doing it. And I absolutely am. I love doing this. I really, really do. You know. Was that convincing? Or can you still tell inside I'm really gutted? Oh dear. Anyway, right. Enough of that. Right. Let's continue. Where are we? Turn on fertilizer spreader. Let's see what the width is on this. Not bad. Right, so let's get some spray down. It's not spray, but it's the solid fertilizer, isn't it? Get this down and let's come over a little bit. Just a tad. There we go. Cruise control on and get around this field. Now, actually, is it worth trying to put a worker on it and see if it works? Kinda. Right, workers on it. I shall leave it till it gets to the end and see how it progresses. I've got plenty of fertiliser because you start the game, you start the map with a load on that racking. So I've got plenty of fertiliser to be getting on with. I can always go back in and grab some more if I need it. Get this done. Probably that field next to us. It's a much bigger field, but get that one done. I kind of skipped over earlier. I forgot to mention trees in the way. Brilliant. I was saying about filming and getting the right camera angles. That was a good one, wasn't it? Through the tree. Yeah, I didn't even know we owned these fields. It's so weird. I kind of glossed over it. Started talking and saying, "Oh, you know, I need to go and work on these fields." But fields 26 and 27, I believe it is. Let's have a look. Yeah, 26 and 27. I didn't even realise we owned. It didn't dawn on me. I was so focused on the crops that were in all the other fields that we owned. I didn't notice the fact they were green. They've got no crops in them, nothing ready yet, but you know, we own them and they're big fields. So anyway, yeah, get some crops in while we are ploughing over there and getting ready to do all the other things. Let's see how we get on with this. You know, it suddenly dawned on me. There's me saying, oh, I know, I've got the sprayer, I've got the solid sprayer, I've got the liquid one, I don't need them both. Actually, while I'm here, the worker's working away on field 27. I've got one worker working away ploughing on field 31. So you know what, why don't I go and grab this one and do some liquid spraying on field 26? I might as well, you know, it's sitting there in the barn, I've got another tractor. So, crack on. Bit of multitasking today. Didn't even know I was capable of multitasking. So, let's unfold the sprayer. It's not as wide as the Braydale, the solid fertiliser flinger, spreader. But it will do the job. I used it a lot on Chellington. And actually, you know, I can go up and down with this one. This will be perfect, and I can even set the work on it if I want to. I'm just wondering how the ploughing's going to come on field 31. There's a few bits because it's having to plough at funny angles. Right, so let's turn on the sprayer. The boom's at the right height. I've got no crops in the ground. Yeah, because it's having to plough at a funny angle because of the shape of the field, it is missing bits out. There's me saying that, you know, all the other ploughs leave little triangles. On a normal field, when you've got yourself a rectangle, that worker will happily use the plough and it won't leave any funny bits you have to go back to later. Because it's having to plough an angle across the field, it is leaving the odd little bit. So once it's done, I'll go around the edge of the field and just tidy up those bits. But for the time being, let's get some spray into the ground. Busy, busy, busy on Lawfolds today. Pigs are happy, cows are happy, sheep are happy. They've all got feed, they've all got water. Got some crops in, not many, or gathered in, and now I'm going to... Alright, helper Jay's completed the task. I'm assuming that's on field 27. So what I will do then, just gets over a little bit, set work on this. And I will just go and see how we're getting on the other field. This should turn around the other end, unless I have to put a headland in. I don't know, we'll see if it gets stuck in a second. After a couple of wobbles over on field 27, which is now done, I've brought this over, so I thought if I get them both running on field 26, I'll start the other side, this one, the worker going on that side. I assume the worker's still going on that side. Has he got stuck or is it coming back? I don't know. We'll get this done a lot quicker if we're both doing it. Working with a worker. Teamwork makes the dream work. Some wise person once said. Not quite sure who, but someone did. So, where is it actually? Is it stopped? Or has it vanished completely? Oh no, there it is. It's coming back. There we go. So, right. So field 26 will be done very shortly. If I can stay in a straight line. And there we go. The JCB's work is done. And the Sammy is just coming along after it. Not bad. Didn't take too long. Oh, I could kill for following me at the moment. There we go, finished. Right, take this one back. Take the other one back. And I think that the ploughing is finished in field 31 as well. That came up too. What I'm going to do is use the Vaderstat over there on field 31 because the Vaderstat is a cultivator as well. So saying I'd have to cultivate again, I don't. I can just seed with that and it will cultivate as it goes over. That's going to save me a lot of trouble. It's interesting seeing the farm from a different view because I haven't been out to these two fields before. Coming back in along this track, it's a whole different view of the farm. I like it. Right, we'll top this up. I think I'm going to keep both of the fertiliser spreaders, spreader and the sprayer, because while I've got liquid fertiliser to use the sprayer, all of those IBCs in there, it would be mad getting rid of it, because then all of that fertiliser sits there and I can't do anything with it. So while I've got it, I'll use it. When I run out, I run out. Let's fill this up. To about 4,000 I think it needs to be. I'm using all of these off the racking. That will do for the time being. Just put that in the back. Yep, don't want the lights on, do I? There we go, lower it down. And disconnect. Right, this JCB needs a wash, but I will leave it here for the time being. And go and get the Sammy. Right. Fold this up. Right, and when I get back, fill this up. And then hopefully, before I run out of time on this particular episode, get some seeds in the ground too. So we've had a bit of fertilising, bit of ploughing, bit of harvesting, and hopefully a bit of seeding. Like I say, I'll fill this up first, just in here. Should fit in here. Yep. Fill that. Change the front, press that as well. One done. Excellent. Right. So that filled. Like I say, keep using those till I run out, and then maybe I'll consider selling it. I might keep the stuff. In all honesty, it does give you the options to do 2 fields at a time. That said, the Braydale ones are quicker because this has got quite a it's not narrow, but it's not as wide as the Braydales, is it? So there's a possibility I could even get rid of these and buy another Braydale, just have 2 of those running. That would work too. So, does this go down as well? It does. Detach, yes. I use so much different equipment on different maps at different times. It's remembering what all the different ones do, whether they'll raise lower, whether they do, don't. This one lower? No, that's just a drop off, isn't it? Right, okay. Done. And done. Park this up. I will wash them at some point, don't worry. If you're a bit funny about that and they need to be clean, they will be cleaned, don't you worry. Right, so I've just finished going around. Field 31 is ploughed, done. I'm wondering... Oh, I'm going to plough it. I'm going to plough field 28 as well. Oh, this should work directly across. Fingers crossed. Yeah. And then that one can be done too. What I'll do now is go and grab one of the other tractors, get the Vader stat on the back, and then get some seed into field 31. This can be left chugging away again because of the funny angle of the field, the funny shape of the field. It's going to leave you a little bit here and there. So at the end, I'll just whiz round, tidy up, build little bits. But I'll get this done. And hopefully we shouldn't have any issues setting the worker. I'll try and set a worker on field 31 with the seeder and see how I get on. Again, fingers crossed. Yeah, it's all going alright. So after a quick wash and brush up, the JCB is nice and clean. And on the Vader stat, so it's set on soybean already. Now I need to work out the best angle. I might start from another corner actually. That seems a bit weird, but judging by the way it went last time, don't know if I have enough room to turn around actually. I'm not sure. This is all guesswork at the moment. So, I'm going to set a worker and see if it will work. Just don't think it's going to turn around, that's the problem. It might do. It might do the same, it might leave some bits like the ploughing did. I really don't know. I love the way these tractors turn around now. They allow for obstacles, they move around where they need to, then back up, and it's brilliant. Yeah, we're going to get gaps, aren't I? Oh, that's annoying. But I am getting soybean in the ground, which is good. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do a headland round first maybe, and then go from there. So, I will do that and then set a worker. Okay, let's get the cruise control on. And I'll stick the first couple in around the outside, and I'll go from there. So, anyway, we are seeding. Bit of everything in this episode. So, seed in the ground, soybean on 31, 28 is being ploughed as we speak. Bit of harvesting, bit of fertilising, sprayer and spreading. And that is the end of episode 11. They do fly by. Episode 12, a bit more seeding I think. We need to get some seed into the ground. Check on the animals, which will be kind of a regular thing. This does not like hills. and a bit more of the same. I think we'll get this done. I missed a little bit. Never mind. I'll get this all seeded and on the go. I do want to do some logging, some proper logging, and I might do an episode where I do a bit of contracting. You know, I'm not going to do a massive field where it takes me, like, you know, the entire episode just to do one field, but it'd be nice to see a bit of different equipment that I don't own, using some someone else's stuff. I'm always keeping an eye out on the mod hub for different mods that I think are useful or good, or ones that I will often do a little kind of review on, but the ones I really do like are the ones I generally use on the farm. So, anyway, yes, that's the end of the episode. Hope you've liked it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. Plenty on my channel to look at, plenty more to come. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share the video, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, as always, thanks for watching.